moving on to resume building, I think what would be your suggestion? What should freshers include in their resumes and portfolios to make an impact, even if they have limited experience or no experience at all? So
Okay.
how do you go with that?
Yeah. So, see, when you're just starting out in the data analytics field, it can feel challenging to create a resume and portfolio that stand out because you have a limited experience. Okay. But I will tell you some of the key things that you can focus on to make a great impression in your resume. So, first, let's talk about your resume. Make sure to include clear contact information, your name, phone number, email, LinkedIn profile link. This ensures the recruiter can easily get in touch with you. Next, include an objective or summary at the top of your resume. So, this should be a brief statement explaining your career goals and how you are eager to contribute to the field of data analytics. Even if you don't have much experience, this shows your enthusiasm to learn and grow. So, make sure, even if you are a fresher, add that summary or objective part at the top of your resume. Okay, then move on, focus on your skills. So make sure you list both technical and soft skills. So first is SQL, Excel, Power BI, Python, and then any data visualization tool, Power BI or Tableau or Alteryx. Okay, and then soft skills like communication, problem solving, and attention to detail. Okay, am I audible, guys?
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
audible.
Then next is your education. So your degree, the college you attended, or any relevant coursework. If you have completed any certification from platforms like Coursera or Udemy, make sure to list those as well. So this shows that you are actively upskilling yourself, which is important for the employers. Okay, when you are putting some certificates in your resume, that shows that you are continue learning, you're upskilling yourself. Okay, even if you don't have much work experience, highlight projects you have worked on, whether it's a personal project, academic project, or volunteer based project. So for example, you might have done a project analyzing data using SQL or SQL. So created a dashboard in Power BI. So describe these projects, overview, outcome, and the tools you used for these projects, and what insights or solutions you were able to provide. So if you have done any internships or volunteer work that involve data analysis, mention those too. Even if it was a non-technical role only, any experience working with data is valuable. Okay. Also, one important thing, guys, to keep in mind that many companies nowadays use ATS, that is applicant tracking systems, to screen your resumes. Okay, so now people come to me and say my resume is not getting shortlisted, I'm not getting any interview calls. So this is not a problem of you, this is the problem with your resume. Okay, so make sure you're not making any fancy resume or using any online website to make your resume. Just make sure you are making your resume in Microsoft Word. That's it. Okay. So ATS, what does, it's a software that scans resume for keywords and formats to help recruiters sort through many applications quickly. So whatever they are putting in your job description, it matches the keywords with your resume, and that if that doesn't match, then your resume doesn't get shortlisted. If that matches up to 80 to 90%, then the resume gets shortlisted, and then you get a call. Okay, so make sure your resume gets noticed. So use an ATS friendly format, that is, use just Microsoft Word. Okay, so don't use any fancy fonts or graphics. Don't use your picture in your resume. Okay, use
Yeah.
simple headings, simple keywords like education, experience, skills, and make sure you are adding all the keywords that matches the job description. So people ask, like if we have to change our resume with the job description, yes, you don't change it, but at least just modify it, whatever the keywords that are using in the particular job description of that particular company you're applying for, just use that keywords in your resume. Okay, don't change your resume frequently. Okay, Don't waste a lot of time changing your resume before applying for any job. Just make sure you are making one resume and just changing it a little bit here and there. That's it. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Preeti, for
Yeah.
highlighting that.
And second thing is portfolio essentials. Okay. So portfolio means as a fresher, even if you don't have a lot of experience, you can still build a strong portfolio with powerful platforms. First is LinkedIn and second is GitHub. Okay. So first let's talk about LinkedIn. So make sure your profile is complete and professional. Your LinkedIn profile should act as an online resume. Okay. But it is also a place to actively share what you are learning. So you can post about your projects, articles, insights on LinkedIn. For example, if you have done a data analysis project or learned a new technique in Power BI, Python, share that knowledge. Explain what you did, what tools you used, or any interesting findings. This shows not just your technical skills, but also your ability to communicate those skills effectively, right? How you are communicating, how you are posting that skills on LinkedIn, that shows this kind of skills also in you. Okay. So one thing here is an important point. Recruiters actively use LinkedIn to find candidates. Okay. They don't use any other website but just LinkedIn because LinkedIn is free, right? They also, if they take the premium also for LinkedIn, but they use LinkedIn to find candidates. So if you have a good number of followers and consistent post, it can increase your visibility. So when you engage on LinkedIn by sharing your work, participating in discussions over chats, more people will notice you. If you post regularly and interact with others in your field, recruiters will see that you are actively engaged in the data analytics community. They may even reach out to you for job opportunity, especially if your profile shows a lot of post projects and valuable content. Okay. So make sure you're not using LinkedIn just to, post anything, any, amusement post or something like that, or any irrelevant reel. Okay. Don't use LinkedIn for that. Use LinkedIn for your professional as a professional. Okay. Then comes the GitHub portfolio. Okay. So if you know programming language like Python or R, GitHub is a great place to share your coding projects. Even if you are new to coding, GitHub is still useful for showcasing your work. For example, if you have worked on a data analysis project, you can upload your Python scripts, Jupyter notebook to GitHub. Okay. So Jupyter notebook is a type of file where you can write code and explain it with text. I think all of have used a Jupyter notebook, right? So it is perfect for data analysis. So you can share how you clean the data, what analysis you do, what insights you found. And if you have built any dashboards using Power BI or Tableau, you can also add those reports or share in screenshots of your work in the GitHub repository. This helps potential employers to see how you approach data analysis, and even if you don't have a lot of experience yet. Yeah. So the key is to organize your projects well. Make sure you add a short description of each project, explaining what is about and what you have learned from it. This way, recruiters can easily understand your work and see your skills. So this is how you should focus on your resume and your portfolio.
Yeah. Thank you, Preeti, for again highlighting on the portfolio and resume. I think that is a brilliant point. That portfolio, when we try to create, I think we can help ourselves by using LinkedIn as a best platform today. I think that is the platform which is used worldwide for creating portfolios. When I, try to talk with the US students or UK students, I think everyone is focusing on the LinkedIn profile. And I think Indians are also trying to nowadays, I can see the data field domain is totally booming on LinkedIn with in India also. So I think that is a very good point, that going here and there, instead of that you can use LinkedIn. That's a best platform. And one interesting part, I think, which you highlighted about not having the photographs on the resume, that's a very important point, because no HR or nobody wants to see your face on that resume while shortlisting you. They are trying to highlight, you can try to highlight your skills, you can make it bullet points, the bold keywords, try to add more and more keywords. As Preeti said, we have ATS, right? In a lot of MNCs we have ATS. small scale companies do not go with the ATS though. But when we try to create any particular resume, I think it is good to have bullet points and maximum keywords which you really want to get hired for. So you have the keyword dashboard, you have the keyword SQL, Power BI, Excel, Python. Let's use these keywords, again and again in your resume, so that the ATS can also get built properly, and also the HR, which is who is a totally non-technical person. So you are trying to impress a non-technical person with your technical skills. That is how the process is. And when you really want to highlight it, non-tech person will only look at the keywords, what exactly he or she is asked to hire a person for. So it is very crucial that you mention your key skills or keywords, I think, in the resume.